he walks up to a crowd
We did
and
shorts and surfboard, whatever.
he takes his head from his neck and it
I would
drops
have
right down to his
said
gut. And then he goes back up there. It's a great illusion.
I probably saw
I had a shot when I came to Wales.
yeah, some that was
I never worn a long sleeve suit.
I would say the biggest
People were asking about
You're in South Africa,
Wasn't
yeah.
it possible, Murray? You said 9 inches.
Yeah, 6
I started surfing in 67 with a 5-pound jacket. That was there for a walk.
Yeah. She was nice.
Yeah, she's all dolled up, wasn't she?
In a sexy way.
She was always dolled up, always smart, always dressed up on the beach.
The funny thing was, when I think I must have been about 13 or something, and you know, you used to go in the changing rooms in the lifeguard hut, and you just changed. It didn't matter who was there, men, women, sort of thing. People just changed, didn't they? And they did when I was there anyway. And she came in, went there and started changing, and she was bollock naked. And I was just 13. and I'm sure I started dribbling.
Okay, class.
You've been changed
I was going to say both ends, but I didn't want to get Biscuit too aroused.
He was looking for his dog.
After his dog story. No.
Yeah.
barrel jellyfish, I expect.
About 9 inches across.
That's a big one.
Yeah. And it was, I would have said, from Bryn Mill to Blackpill, I probably saw about 8.
All right.
That had been left.
9 inches across.
Yeah, but that was probably the smallest one.
Okay, no.
You know, I would say the biggest was probably maybe 10 or 12. But,
what's more worrying? You said 9 inches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm filming this. I got it. You're fucking soundbite and a half, mate. I tell you.
Well, do you want me to stand up and show you 9 inches?
And he walks up to a crowd, and he takes his head from his neck.
Oh, yeah.
And it drops right down to his gut.
Brilliant.
And then it goes back up there. It's a great illusion. Yeah. Where it's come from now?
You mean it's not real? Okay. Fucking hell.
Oh, nothing's real. It's magic. Nothing's real. Paul, when the people were asking about when in last, do you still go in?
Go where?
Surfing.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I've been in twice this year. Well, this year.
All right.
In Langland, but I'd go into Langland more, but I look on the on the webcam thing, and it's so crowded. I tried it once going out in Langland. You know, when there's about 30 out there, and I just can't do it. I think we were spoilt years ago, you know.
Yeah, it's not like the old days.
I tell you what, though, there was a period in Langland. It was much more people in the water than there is now.
Yeah, but it might be leveling out a bit, I suppose. But I just find it's just too. You know, when you're looking around everywhere.
Yeah.
You're concentrating on catching the wave, but you're also concentrating on not hitting anybody and getting on anyone's nerves, and everybody's shouting. And I find it too hectic. So I'd rather go to Langland when it's about 3 foot and choppy. It might be shittier waves, but at least you get a little bit of space, don't you? You know.
When you've got 50 people shouting my wave, it's a bit off-putting, isn't it?
Oh, I know. I've had people, one guy, this was a couple of years back now, but he started yelling at me. He was on the reef and I was on the inside. Well, I was going to pick up any waves that were left, you know what I mean? If you sit inside, I knew what I was doing. And he was saying, oi, beginners, go over there to the ship pipe.
I've had that done to me, man. I've had that done to me when I was about 13. I think it was John Goss.
Well, I lost it a bit, so I felt a bit stupid after. But I was effing and blinding at him. You know, I just, for fuck's sake, where do you think you are? You know, do you think you're in Hawaii on the pipeline? This is the reef. It was about 2 foot.
Yeah, yeah, typical, yeah.
He yelled at me like that. And I knew.
Did you say, do you know who I am?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you should have said, I want to see your manager.
That's the other thing. Nobody does know who I am. Yeah,
No, that's right.
Apart from Dids, if Dids is out there, or maybe Pete Jones, and that's about it. Yeah, they're all gone.
Yeah, it's just the same, isn't it?
They're all gone. We're
John
not
still
forgotten.
does well, doesn't he, really?
No, we all had the best time anyway.
Yeah, for sure.
You did, Dave, yeah.
Yeah, before the crowds, before.
Oh, it was, yeah.
We had the best of everything.
Of course we did.
Oh, I think we did.
We paid ourselves that, we'll believe it.
I know.
Yeah.
I tell my kids, you know, when I was their age and younger, and the things we did, and it was just another world. It was just so good.
Yeah. You get locked up these days if you're doing.
Oh yeah, well you just can't do the stuff. You just can't do it. But we didn't do anything wrong. We just had a really good time. Absolutely incredible.
Yeah. You never hurt anybody, just had fun. It's good.
When you said you didn't do anything wrong, everybody went quiet, Kipper.
Yeah.
Put it another way then. We all did things.
Didn't get caught.
Yeah, all right then, fair enough. Not beating about the bush.
Why was my old man
We
always...
didn't do seriously bad things like kids today do.
Why was my old man always kicking the shit out of me then?
You were the bad influence on us all, Biscuit.
As we said before as well, if you did anything wrong down at Langland, Jake would get you, wouldn't he?
Yeah. You start by falling off, don't you? So it's the only way.
Doesn't matter how good you end up being, everybody starts by falling off.
Yeah. And then it gets better sometimes.
You're probably French.
I've gone full circle now anyway. I'm falling off this step all the fucking time.
Yeah.
Hey, Con, can you speak French now?
Oui, je peux parler français, pas problème.
Oh, fuck you now.
Qu'est-ce que tu veux savoir, mon ami?
That's very impressed.
No,
Do you dream in French?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah. French is my first language now. But I tell you what, after with all these lockdowns and things, I'm in contact with a lot of British people or English-speaking people. Like I'm on FaceTime with my daughter every night. You know, we spend hours together, and talking to you guys. And French people have said to me, "Bloody hell, your French has gone downhill a bit," you know.
Right.
And it has. My French has. I got to really make an effort to come back into it. I've started reading things in French. I've turned my Facebook page into French, so I gotta get back into the French bit. Because if you live in somewhere, you can't think in English and then translate it into French. Because you're going to be there all day and you're out of the conversation totally. So
did it take you long, Con? Did it take you long to learn it? Did it take you long to learn?
Well, I didn't have any French at all when I came over here, and I was making boards. Then I went back into the music, and I thought, and I couldn't speak French when I was making boards, and nobody would speak to me in English. They all spoke English when I first got there, but they all stopped.
They just got fed up, probably, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like them saying to me, "Hey, you live in here, learn our language." So I got, it was like having a glass bowl, you know, a goldfish bowl on your head sort of thing, you know. So I said, so I stopped everything. I stopped the music. I stopped shaping. I stopped doing everything, and I got a job in the bar, in the local bar at La Torche in the Creperie, and I knew the boss there. I said, look, I've worked as a barman, and I want to learn to speak French. Can I have a job with you? He said, come back in a week and ask me in French. So I went out, got a book, I fucking learned how to say, can I have a job in French? And I said, all right, we try out. So I did 2 weekends, and it seemed to work out. I got to know the menu, and then from then on, it was just learning as I went along. And I give myself a year and a half, and by a year I was speaking French, and a year and a half was then I decided to go back into the music, and the guy actually wanted me to take over the running of the creperie, and I didn't want to do that. You know, I wanted to go back into my music. So that was a good way. It was a good way to learn French, you know. But it's really street. My French is street French, and I get caught up for it all the time. These twats. You get twats. You post a photo on Facebook, and you put a commentary in French over here. There's French pages, you know. So I have to write in French, and my writing in French is fucking terrible. Like, so I just use Google Translator, and then I get these comments. Nothing about the photo. The photo could be the best photo I've ever heard. But anyway, if the description was correctly written, it would be a good photo. Fuck off, you twat. I'm a fucking photographer, not a fucking
I don't call. Right,
how you doing, man, brother? All right?
I come by all right?
Yeah, fine, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's back from the dead.
Yeah.
They made it through.
How are you feeling, Mark? Back to normal?
I'm really good, really good. I'm like 100% now. I went out on my motocross bike yesterday on my own. Went dark and deep in these places I found near my place. So, yeah. I had the surf on that good. I was going to go back surfing again yesterday, but it was crap. Really bad. So,
Dave, hi. Bye, Dave.
Dave's back in now. Dave, we got Mark Welshry on now as well.
Oh, right. Yeah,
Hey, Mark.
Dave. Hello. How are you?
I'm good, thanks, you?
Yeah, I'm alright. Not too bad, not too bad. Had a bit of a rough time, but I'm alright now.
Well done.
You're
on your way to work, yeah?
Right?
On your way
I'm
to
on my
work?
way to... Yeah, going to work now. I work for myself now, down London. Yeah. Well, I made it through as a carpenter, Dave. I'm a hell of a carpenter. Yeah. Carpenter for 36 years now. Oh, do you remember, Dave, do you remember the time when I beat up the games teacher of Fanoni? In the morning, when I ran back to your shop and I was still in my Adidas blankets.
Well.
Can you remember that?
Yeah.
And you said to me, go home, Mark. I was in a real bad way. Like, everything was happening with my mum and dad and all that. And
yeah.
Ellis he pushed me on the floor and he went to pull me up on my hair. So I got up and I put about 15 in his jaw. And then I run home, and then the whole team was following me in the van. And my mother said, what are you doing home? You told me to go home. I was in tears. I remember it was you. I was in tears in the shop, like, and I said, I've had enough of that school, Dave. I can't go there anymore. I want to go to Bishop Gore with the boys. I was sick of getting chauffeur driven to school and a red blazer, and I didn't want to go in the first place. So my mother said, get in the car. We're going back to school. I said, I don't want to go to school anymore. I've had enough. So, lo and behold, I thought to myself, right, I'm getting expelled from the school today, and that's what's happening by hook or by crook. So, I got into school, and Mrs. Jackson, the head teacher, she had the black makeup around her eyes, and the hat on, the cape, and everything. So I got in the office with her, big huge table. She was the other side. My mother was sat next to me, and there's me. Mark this, mark that, mark this. He's done this to the game sheet, all this. So I just dived over the table and let her right on the button. Right in the flower everywhere. I got her good. I punched her right in the face. I clenched it. Right? That clenched it. I won him out of here, and I remember jumping off the steps of Fanoni. Bishop Gore! And then Bishop Gore. I didn't go a lot to Bishop Gore. I always had the bat, the cane, the slipper bat. And if the surf was good, I was in the water.
That's it.
And what happened was, they let me do woodwork every lesson for the last 2 years I was in school.
And now you're a carpenter.
Now. I tell you what, you can't get more qualified than me as a carpenter. I left school with no O levels, no exams whatsoever, nothing. But now I'm more qualified than any carpenter I know.
Now you know what it's called, Mum.
So there you go.
Yeah, the trouble is that I had the schoolboard man in the shop all the time.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you did. Well, that was, Dave, you won't believe, right? This is great. How many people, right, that we looked at in Surfer and Surf Mags, and that was just the inspiration that got me through everything.
Great.
Drugs, a lot,
Now
you
look
know?
at you. Well done.
Yeah, yeah. But the people I've met that were my heroes on the wall of my bedroom, I know today. Were my great friends. How mad's that?
Great.
Brilliant.
Yeah, cool, man.
Yeah, not just through Carwin, but just through my own surfing. Like
yeah,
I'm still busting aerials. I do aerials over sections like you won't believe. I'm surfing 5'7" twin fin at the moment. And the last time I rode a twin fin is when it was the Welsh, when I was a cadet. And that board, it was a Crab Island, and that was Matt Stevens' first ever board, that twin fin.
Right.
So now I don't get sponsored anymore. I just go surf myself. I wouldn't have used a twin fin when I was surfing in contests like in Cornwall and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
I would use a high performance vest all the time.